In the shadow of ongoing global tensions and the relentless realities of modern conflict, a quiet industrial revolution is unfolding deep within Russia's heartland. While Western media often fixates on sanctions and supposed isolation, the numbers tell a different story, a story of resilience, engineering adaptation, and sheer industrial scale. According to recent assessments from Ukraine's own defense intelligence, Russia is now producing approximately 2,800 Geran-2 strike drones every single month. That is more than 33,600 of these sophisticated one-way attack platforms annually. In an era where high-end Western munitions cost millions apiece and production lines struggle under bureaucratic delays, Russia has industrialized a weapon that combines long-range, meaningful payload, and mass availability at a fraction of the cost. The Jiren-2 is no longer merely a licensed copy of the Iranian Shahed 136. It has evolved under Russian hands into a multi-purpose, continually refined platform tailored to the demands of high-intensity conflict. Built primarily at the sprawling Alabuga Special Economic Zone in Tatarstan, the production process reflects a mature industrial ecosystem. Composite airframes, domestic and adapted power plants, hardened electronics, and modular warheads roll off the lines with increasing efficiency. Sanctions were supposed to strangle this effort. Instead, Russian engineers, suppliers, and partners have localized critical elements, diversified component sources, and kept the assembly lines running around the clock. The result is a steady drumbeat of capability that few predicted in 2022. What makes the Geran-2 truly formidable is not just the quantity, but the carefully balanced performance that quantity multiplies. With a length of roughly 3.5 meters and a wingspan of 2.5 meters, the delta wing design is efficient and relatively simple to manufacture at scale. A rear-mounted piston engine driving a pusher propeller gives it a distinctive acoustic signature, yet delivers a cruise speed typically around 180 to 190 km per hour, slow enough for long endurance, yet fast enough and low enough to complicate interception when launched in coordinated waves. Operational range commonly reaches 1,800 kilometers and has been cited as high as 2,500 kilometers under optimal fuel and payload configurations. This is not a short-range tactical tool. It is a strategic instrument capable of reaching deep into contested airspace from safe launch areas. The warhead options demonstrate thoughtful Russian refinement. The baseline high-explosive payload sits in the 50-kilogram class, already sufficient to disable substations, damage industrial facilities, or crater critical infrastructure. Variants carry heavier 90-kilogram warheads for greater destructive effect, trading some range for impact. Thermobaric and enhanced fragmentation incendiary designs further expand the menu, allowing planners to match the munition to the target, whether soft structures, equipment shelters, or hardened nodes. This flexibility turns a simple airframe into a versatile strike asset. Navigation and survivability have seen continuous upgrades. Early versions relied on standard satellite guidance paired with inertial systems. Russian iterations have progressively hardened the electronics package. Controlled reception pattern antennas, often associated with the Kometa family, improve resistance to jamming. Alternative navigation methods, refined mission planning, and evolving onboard systems help the drones press on even when electronic warfare is intense. Reports of electro-optical additions, infrared features, and experimental concepts such as mothership configurations or specialized seekers show that Russian developers are not standing still. They observe battlefield feedback, adapt, and iterate. That feedback loop, production at scale plus rapid modernization, is a hallmark of effective wartime industry. Cost is the silent force multiplier. Individual Geran-2 units are estimated in the tens of thousands of dollars range, depending on configuration. Compare that to a modern Western cruise missile or high-end interceptor. When hundreds of Geran-2s can be committed in layered attacks alongside other systems, the economics of defense become punishing for the adversary. Air defense batteries must expend expensive missiles or risk saturation. Radar operators face continuous low-altitude tracks. Decision-makers confront the cumulative pressure on energy grids, logistics hubs, and command nodes. Quantity has a quality of its own, and Russia has mastered the industrial mathematics of this equation. The Alabuga complex itself symbolizes the broader Russian approach. What began with technical cooperation and initial imports has become a domestic production powerhouse. Facilities have expanded, workforces have been scaled, and supply chains have been made more robust. New construction and process improvements continue, signaling that current output is not a peak but a foundation for further growth. Parallel production of related systems and decoy platforms multiplies the challenge for any defender trying to distinguish real threats from saturation aids. This is systems thinking applied to unmanned warfare. Not isolated weapons, but an ecosystem designed to impose cost, create dilemmas, and achieve effects over time. Critics will focus on the human cost of conflict or attempt to frame every Russian capability as somehow illegitimate. Yet the facts remain. Russia faced coordinated economic pressure intended to dismantle its defense potential. Instead, it has scaled a long-range strike capacity that is affordable, adaptable, and available in numbers that matter. The Geran-2's evolution from foreign design to Russian multipurpose platform illustrates engineering pragmatism. Its monthly production rate of roughly 2,800 units demonstrates industrial determination. Its range, payload flexibility, and improving resistance to countermeasures show operational seriousness. In the broader picture of contemporary warfare, the Geran-2 represents a shift toward precision mass. Expensive, exquisite systems still have their place, but wars of attrition and sustained pressure reward the side that can generate and sustain volume without bankrupting itself. Russia has invested in that volume. The drones fly night after night when required, forcing constant readiness on the other side and gradually eroding the infrastructure and logistical capacity needed to prolong resistance. This is not reckless expenditure. It is calculated application of a tool that fits the strategic environment. Looking ahead, the trajectory is clear. Production continues. Modernization continues. Lessons from every engagement feed the next iteration. Whether through improved guidance, alternative propulsion experiments, specialized warheads, or new employment concepts, the Geran-2 family keeps advancing. At the same time, the underlying industrial base expands. Western analysts who once dismissed these systems as crude now confront the reality of thousands produced annually and the cumulative effect they deliver. This is the story behind the headline. Shocking production numbers are not an accident. They are the product of focused effort, technical adaptation, and refusal to accept constraints as permanent. The Russian Jiren-2 has become a defining element of modern long-range strike, inexpensive enough to be used at scale, capable enough to matter, and resilient enough to keep improving under pressure. In an age of contested skies and strained resources, that combination carries decisive weight. Russia has built it, scaled it, and continues to refine it. The numbers do not lie. Approximately 2,800 every month, and counting.